So last night we learned a lot, and in between we learned about important doctrinal categories. And another point we made is why in the suttas there is this consistent reference to the doctrinal categories of the Buddha. In the mindfulness of Dhamma, for instance, the 5 hindrances, the 7 factors of enlightenment, and so on. This is because for the practitioner, you can say that it's contemplation of mental objects in respect of or in terms of these teachings, such as the 5 hindrances, such as the 7 factors of enlightenment. Because a Buddhist practitioner has his commitment, has his conviction, has his faith, has his acceptance in the Buddha's teaching. So what these things mean concretely to him. And he examines within himself, do I have, for instance, the first hindrance, or the second hindrance, or the third hindrance, and the fourth and the fifth? All these become very concrete things to him, meaningful things to him. So he applies his mind, he applies mindfulness on this. And these are the negative parts. And then the positive part, do I have now some relative attainment in terms of, for example, the 7 factors of enlightenments? Do I have mindfulness? Do I have the insight, the discernment of phenomena, Dhamma, Vichaya or Pravichaya? Do I have spiritual vigor, and so on? These are positive things. So negatively, positively, you examine all your mental contents, but all very, very concrete. The important point is very, very concretely, very, very much inspiringly, in terms of, in respect of the Buddha's teachings. That is why these teachings are elaborated very clearly within the description of the Dhamma Anupassana. Note that according to the Pali version, finally, the last category, what is that? The last category of contemplation of Dhamma, we have not come to that. That is on the Four Noble Truths. So, having gone through all your negative aspect within you, that you have to be mindful, and then the positive, and then your relative achievements in spiritual terms. Finally, am I coming to the state when I gain insight into what is dukkha, what is the origin of dukkha, what is the cessation of dukkha, what is the path that leads to the cessation of dukkha? So you are led systematically through the mindfulness, through the application of mindfulness, through the mindfulness practice, to at the very same time, while examining the content of your mental object, at the very same time, gain deeper and deeper insight in the Buddha teachings pertaining to all phenomena. So when you come to the final doctrinal category of the Four Noble Truths, you really are seeing that everything is dukkha. If you succeed, of course. You see, the Four Noble Truths, in that way, subsumes all phenomena. The dukkha, the origination of dukkha, all these are different aspects of all phenomena. And then transcendent is transcendent of all unsatisfactoriness of all existence. So in that way, we realize that we are being slowly led to the universal scope of Dhamma. Finally, in the form of the teaching of the Four Noble Truths. Since the insight, the mindfulness of all Dhammas and dukkha is mindfulness of all Dhammas, in fact. So in this way we realize that actually both the northern tradition and the southern tradition, as far as this perspective is concerned, explained in the same way. That is, to sum up, mindfulness on Dhamma is mindfulness of all phenomena. I think that is enough for today's sharing.